Faker is slouched in his chair. Samsung Galaxy walked triumphantly out into the center of National Stadium in Beijing, China. They had just won the 2017 League of Legends World Championship with a brutal 3-0 sweep over SK Telecom T1. Faker needed help to even shake Samsung's hands. He sat back down, completely defeated. For maybe the first time in his career, he felt human to the League of Legends world. He put his head in his hands and actually began to cry. We all assumed that he would be the one back on that grand stage, but maybe Faker knew something we didn't. His crown of best player in the world had begun to slip. Faker needs no introduction. His outplays are legendary, but since 2017, Faker has been a shade of his former self. He couldn't carry SKT in 2018, and his revamped roster isn't the most dominant team in Korea. The best player in the world should be on the best team. Sure, League has inherently changed in the past few years. The bottom lane has been turned upside down. Aggressive jungling is a requirement rather than an option. But maybe most importantly, League is no longer about your best player. League has always been a team game, but now it seems even more crucial that everyone is contributing something. Depending on the meta, solo carries can win games, but a championship? You'd be hard-pressed to find that. 2018 was, for all intensive purposes, a disaster for Faker and SKT. Faker showed a few flashes of brilliance, but every other team just seemed to be passing by. In 2019, Faker finally has help, but the results haven't come just yet. There is one clear team in Korea that has the look of the best team in the world, and that is Griffin. The new Kings of Korea had their first split in spring 2018. They were incredible. The team burst onto the scene with a 14-0 record in the spring and almost continued their domination into the World Tournament. The team had a few insane games and team fights over the course of the year.
As Kara cannot do anything to answer, and Griffin, they may have just won the game off the back of Chovy. That's the double kill. Tucson, he's looking for more, and there's the triple. Chovy, the 17-year-old, the youngest man in the LCK.
Followed by a few heartbreaking defeats to not make Worlds.
It's the time. Oh, Crown goes forward. He's got 5 minutes of stasis, but will it matter? Look at the wombo from the Vlad, and Chovy gets on in there. The fear takes down 2. Crown is too low, but look at Ruler. He's able to take down 2, and Chovy gets the ultimate on him. Chovy disappears, and it looks like Genji may have to stun it. Ruler is alive.
Griffin's season ended in their loss to Genji with no Worlds trip for the upstart Korean juggernaut. For Korea, it seemed like they didn't send the best team fit for the meta to Worlds. For Griffin, it might have been the best thing to happen to them. The team was fully motivated heading into spring of 2019 and started the season with a bang. Griffin's top laner Sword is their fill-in-the-blanks guy. He never cares if he dies, just that the team is succeeding off his death. He is the thankless player that every team needs to succeed. The bot lane is led by ADC Viper and support Lahens. Viper might actually be the most confident player in the world and backs it up with immaculate mechanics. The dude has literally 2 wins with Teemo. Lahens is the crazy man that every team needs. Lahens is the playmaker, as all good supports are. And the team's ringleader, and maybe their best solo queue player, is their jungler, Tarzan. This man is a jungling genius. His pathing is immaculate, and he's always in the right place at the right time. He even finds new ways to innovate. For one, let's take a look at how he bought a redemption on Olaf and turned a few fights around.
The R was always there. It used to be a silence, became an R interrupt. Oopsie from Canyon. Now the bot side of the map.
Okay, here we go. First hero's entrance, gonna go wide as Hoyt. Super low is gonna be taken out. Showmaker with no mana as well. Nuggery trying to go one.
Every jungler should study Tarzan. The shining light and new best player in the world is their mid laner, Chovy. Chovy has gotten all of the headlines so far because of his ridiculous KDA this split. As of week 5, he has died only once. Once! Unfortunately, he has died a few times in the last 2 weeks, but he's always said he doesn't play for his KDA.
Are you gonna try not to die as much as possible? If there's a situation where I have to die, I will die for my teammates.
Chovy's champion pool is a bear. Similar to Faker, he plays everything. Good luck if you actually want to ban him out. The young Griffin mid laner has played Orianna, Sion, Urgot, Zoe, Akali, Lissandra, Irelia, Galio, Jace, Aatrox, and Vel'Koz. And that's just what we could find. He definitely has a couple other pocket picks too that he hasn't brought out yet. The craziest thing about Chovy's champion pool is just how well he plays each one. He smashes his winning lanes and still wins losing lanes. He looks unbeatable. Chovy entered the LCK as the youngest player in the league last year. Everyone is already trying to keep up with him. Chovy can be mistaken for a lane-dominant player, but his team fighting is actually his strong suit. Lane-wise, he does everything right. He controls the minion wave perfectly, plays aggressive when he has to, and always knows his limits. He even throws in a few flashy plays for the crowd as well. Look at this LeBlanc kill. He straight up dodges everything possible. Who cares if Lee Sin is near mid? Chovy is just way too clean to do anything about it. Chovy can also play for the team.
This one as, oh, you thought you could take the Mountain Drake? You are sadly wrong, as the head's gonna bang together once again. Ghost in a lot of trouble, trying to get on the back line is Summit though. As Sen, getting extremely low, they're able to chip him down. Is the side of Sandbox going on in, and there goes Chovy in the back line. He takes out two.
No matter what champion he is on, he knows his objective. Depending on what champion he plays, it changes what he has to do in a team fight. We already know about his Akali, but what about Zoe? Just look at his positioning in the early game skirmish.
Big knockup though, onto the Nocturne, and they're just gonna take him out. As Chovy does get the big pick there. Nicely done by Sword to help him. He's just gonna flash the wall as now Hoyt has made his way in here first. Will they continue up? There's the flash on in. No cask available. Just gonna hit the top Kent away, but Chovy somehow picks up another kill, and the head flashes for the Devour and saves the Scion. It's an absolute rout.
He saves his flash until he absolutely needs to use it and just pumps out damage. Even on champs like Galio, Chovy still finds ways to make the flashiest play possible. Look at him just blow open the game against SKT with a massive triple taunt.
In full vision of SKT,
Level
looking
6
to
as
come
well.
in. Faker's down here as well though. Spell shield comes down. Tarzan with the paranoia steals away his own red buff, and oh, that's an overstep. The flash out, the flash in with the taunt, double kill instantly for Chovy and Faker.
So why are we focusing on Chovy? Chovy is eerily reminiscent of a young Faker. He will counter pick you and completely rock the lane, then pick the opposite matchup and then crush you again. He decimates your confidence just like Faker did. Now, most of the mid laners fear this new guy. Faker used to draw all of the pressure from the enemy team and still not die. He created openings around the map by just being better in a 2v1. Chovy impacts the map in a similar way by winning his lane and bringing the pressure to other lanes. When he power spikes with Galio, Griffin immediately looks for a play around the map. If a teammate is losing, Chovy just swaps the lane. He always teleports for the team as well, and he's unselfish, and it shows. Similar to Faker's LeBlanc, Chovy is becoming legendary on a single champion, Akali. Where other mid laners might fall flat, Chovy wins 1v4s.
Going to be down, Chovy has a lot of sneakiness, diving on forward, and Bono didn't last a couple of seconds. He's going 1v4. Lava's going to be the first one to go down. Flashes out the way.
And with the 9.3 patch absolutely gutting Akali, it'll be very exciting to see what Chovy can do with his signature champion. My bet is that he will stay dominant, just doing it with other champs. The similarities between young Faker and new Chovy are just too striking to ignore. Both really burst out onto the scene very fast, with Faker making aggressive plays that nobody had seen before.
I was curious to see how well Captain Jack would do in this lane, because he's been typically a relatively weak lane.
Whoa, ambition! What, Faker?
With Chovy, he's doing everything you want in a mid laner, he just never seems to make mistakes. Chovy even has an incredible sidekick in his jungler, Tarzan. Where Faker and Bengi were heralded in their 2v2 play, Chovy and Tarzan are that new duo. They make 2v2s look like a walk in the park.
And now with no cleanse, no flash, here we go. Canyon trying to get on in, but he's being bursted down. The fear goes through, but Canyon, unfortunately.
Soon enough, nobody will want to challenge them. In sports, the word perfect is thrown around too much, but Chovy might be the closest thing to a perfect player. The thing is, Chovy is only getting better. Last year, Griffin obviously had an incredibly disappointing end to their season with no Worlds appearance. Chovy himself took the loss particularly hard, citing his poor play against both Gen.G and KT Rolster.
그리핀이 롤드컵에 갔으면 어땠을까? 해외에서도 한국에서도 그렇게 이야기를 많이 했었어요. 그래서 그런 말을 들으면은 투지가 생겨나는지 어떤 기분이 드는지 궁금하거든요.
그런 말을 들으면은 별 기분 안 들고 그냥 롤드컵 못 가게 된 그거 경기력밖에 생각이 안 나요.
이제 다음에 또 2019년에 잘하면 되니까. 그러면은 이제 2019년이 다시 돌아오고 새롭게 시즌을 시작하게 됐는데 올해의 목표가 있는지 한번 여쭤보겠습니다.
올해 목표는 솔랭 1등 한번 찍어보는 게 일단 제 목표예요. 여태까지 한 번도 못 찍어봤어요. 2등, 3등은 가봤어도 이번에 1등 한번 꼭 찍고 그리고 스프링 시즌 시작하잖아요. 2019년 무조건 그냥 모든 시즌 다 잘한 다음에 롤드컵 가서 제가 최고다라고 한번 증명하고 싶어요.
Both losses seem to have motivated Chovy. He came back as an absolute force and looks unstoppable. Nobody has answered his call in the mid lane yet. The only thing left, conquering the international world. Expect Griffin to make MSI and expect Chovy to finally become a household name. That's it for our thoughts on Chovy and Faker. Please let us know in the comments what you think about this. If you're interested in getting better at League of Legends and getting higher rank, please check out ProGuides.com where we offer guides with pro players to help you guys get better. Thanks for watching, guys, and good luck in your next games.